Jacob Chacko is a singer-songwriter based out of New Milford, New Jersey, a quiet suburb not too far from New York City. A multi-instrumentalist that primarily focuses on songs from the pop and modern rock genre, and after taking a significant break from music for over 15 years, he decided to take another swing at it. Since Jacob's debut album Better Now or Never back in early 2022, he has embarked on a new musical journey with his second album, Much Sublime, which was released on August 16, 2024. From his home studio, this effort introduces 11 uplifting singles that can hopefully delight an eclectic music palette. The album is an invitation on a journey of self-discovery and connection. With the help of his music team Tom Monaco, co-vocal producer, and Les Lavelle, sound engineer from the Music Factory, brought strength and integrity to this music production. Jacob believes that we should make every day count and not take anything for granted. His motivation for doing this project is to bring a little joy and comfort, especially during those challenging times. Also, it's never too late to pursue your passion and to go for it without reservation. Chacko's guitar-driven pop rock sound also has elements of blues and folk layered in it. Lyrically, the songs are upbeat and deal with celebrating life and in the end leaving those around you and the world in a better place. Through the power of music, we can bridge the gaps that separate us and remind each other of our common thread that binds us all together. Jacob's music was and is played by many radio stations, including Museboat Live, and is mentioned by many magazines and websites worldwide. We are happy to have the privilege to ask him a few questions. Hi, Jacob, and welcome to Museboat.
Hi, TJ, Andy, and the Museboat radio listeners. Thank you for having me for this interview. My name is Jacob Chacko. I'm from New Milford, New Jersey in the United States, a quiet little suburb in North Jersey, not too far from New York City. Thank you for having me.
If you agree, we will start a little unconventionally. Your roots go back to Malaysia. Do you still visit this country? And what kind of music do the people like to listen to there?
That is correct. My roots are from the country Malaysia in Southeast Asia. I was actually born in Brunei, which is not too far from Malaysia. For the first 2 years I was there. But most of my schooling, early days, teenage years were in Malaysia. I do visit Malaysia every so often. Haven't been there since just prior to the pandemic. A trip was due for sure. And the music scene, even when I was growing up, was pretty current. They do follow the US and UK charts, even the Australian charts and so forth. But I'm sure they're probably even more on top of things today. And they do have their own local music and fashion scene, so it's a combination of both.
We know you're a multi-instrumentalist, but still, what instrument is closest to your heart?
That is correct. I do play a few instruments, but my favorite is definitely playing the guitar. I am more of a rhythm lead guitar player. I'm not a pure shredder. I love the touches and nuances when playing the guitar. My roots in music is more pop rock, blues, country, gospel. There's a cross genre of influences and music styles that I do adopt.
Now let's get to the music. How would you describe your music composition process?
My music composition process kind of varies. There's no one set formula that I use. I tend to start the process with coming out of a theme or storyline or a message or trying to get a vibe. First I will start normally with the guitar and a notepad and usually from the chorus and then back to the verses. But sometimes it's the other way around. Sometimes it's even from a beat, from the drum beats. I just feel that there's a vibe going on. So there's no one set formula. I try to make it as organic as possible.
Your songs, which we have the honor to play at Museboat, are full of optimism. Do you also have songs that are inherently sad?
That is correct. Most of my compositions are a duality of challenges followed by optimism or hope. As it relates to any composition that I did that was inherently sad, I would say was my song called Tribute from the first album. The songs are dedicated to the passing of my godparents. So that would be one that I was special, but would be tilting towards a more sad theme. Also, my first single, and probably my most popular one, is City with Lights On. The song's about coming out of the pandemic, the challenges and the sadness that came out of the pandemic, but there was hope. So most of my songs are more of a duality of challenges and hope.
What song that you have written have you found the hardest to write?
The song that I had some challenge coming out with the lyrics was the song Make It, because the theme was about mental health, and I was just trying to figure out a way to present the song in the light where it reflects the struggle and the agony of one going through mental sickness or challenge. So to come up with the lyrics and the vibe took me a little bit longer than usual in my composition process. I would say Make It was probably one of the songs that I did have some challenge writing the song to what it is.
In your experiences, what works and what doesn't when it comes to music production? And where do you see the music industry in the upcoming years?
As for my production process, what works for me is I do a lot of layering in the music, whether it's guitars, keyboards, or the synth, and vocals. But what was more important that I worked with a professional production team. I worked with a co-vocal producer. His name is Tom Monaco. And my sound engineer, his name is Les Lowell from the Music Factory. Two professionals. I think that team coordination in the final product seems to work for me. As far as where the direction of the music industry is going with AI and just machine taking over, but I still find it, I think there's still there's a space for live and original music composition and performances from artists versus the machine. I'm optimistic.
I hope you're right. It's always fun to go out and listen to musicians. So if it were possible, who would you most like to share the stage with? And then tell us why.
Who would I like to share on stage if I had a choice in an ideal world? I would think I would like to share the stage with Bob Marley. What an influence when I was growing up. His songs, his songwriting, his message, his vibe, the way he carried himself, just phenomenal. I love the songs. I used to love playing Get Up, Stand Up, Exodus, Jamming, Stir It Up, Three Little Birds, No Woman, No Cry, I Shot the Sheriff. The list can go on. Wish I had a chance. Would love to play with the great Bob Marley. Not forgetting Redemption Song Tour, which I did recently.
Ah yes, Bob Marley. I think that's probably the first reggae that I ever heard. Did you know, by the way, that he was a palm reader? And that his album, Exodus, was held by Time magazine as the most important album of the 20th century. Alright, enough of that. What are your plans for the future, especially the short-term ones?
My plans for the future, the priority is on promoting my 11-song current album, Much Sublime, which was out on August 16th, and also to start recording on a new EP, hopefully to be released early next year. Meanwhile, I would like to briefly go through the 11 songs of the new album, Much Sublime. The first song is City with Lights On. It's about the big cities coming out of the pandemic. It's a song of hope, one of my more popular songs. Next one's Back for More. It's about the youthfulness maturing to become an adult. Much Sublime, We Are. More than anthemic, collective songs about showing our fighting spirit. Then we have Make It, the songs about mental health awareness. So it's a socially conscious topic. Then we have My Heart and Soul, a fun, lively call and response song. I definitely enjoy playing this song live. Next one's Let It Slide, another song about finding one's peace of mind. Then we go to something a little more experimental. The song's called Mission to the Universe. This is my sci-fi song, which explores with sounds and effects. Had fun doing it. Feel Alive. This one's a lively one. It's about finding your mojo, especially in later stages in life when you're in a slump. Then Journeyman's Tale, a slow song, a more reflective and retrospective song. Turnaround, a blues pop rock song, a fun song to play as well. And then I conclude with Stay On. It's the finale of the album, more of a sing-along song. So being thankful to everybody who supported my journey, musical journey. So I hope you check out my new album. Hope you enjoy it, support it in any which way you can, whether it's streaming or downloads. I appreciate any support. Thank you.
Sounds like you're going to be kind of busy. Okay, moving on to Andy's question. What was the inspiration behind the song Make It?
Thank you, Andy, for this question. What inspired me about composing Make It? One of my favorite songs. It is an emotional song. The topic is about mental health and mental health awareness. Probably the topic is forefront in social discussions in today's society. I reflect and was also exposed within my family orbit, those who are struggling with this issue, and beyond, besides people. It's an observation, it's an emotional song, but it's also a hopeful song. Whatever the challenges one goes through, there might be a way out. So it's challenges and hope.
That is a great title for a song about mental awareness. So what do you consider to be your greatest success in your music career?
In my opinion, my greatest success is actually coming back from a hiatus for almost 15 years and resuming playing music, and more important, composing original music. That is my biggest success. I managed to set up a studio in my home, come up with 2 albums, and working on my 3rd one. I probably wouldn't have believed I would accomplish that when I first started, but once I got it started, things just fell into place, and it was so natural for me to play music and and more importantly, figure out new compositions. That would be my greatest success.
You know, it really takes a lot to come back to something after you gave it up 15 years ago. All right, now, inquiring minds want to know, is there anything you would like to say to the Museboat listeners?
To the Museboat listeners, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for your support through my musical journey and through this interview from the past, present, and hopefully into the future. If it isn't for your support, indie artists like myself will not have a space to showcase our art and composition. It really means a lot to indie artists. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to chat with us. It has been great. All right, see y'all later. Bye, Jacob.
Thank you, TJ, Andy, the Museboat Radio artist family, and more importantly, the Museboat Radio. I look forward to your continued support. Long live independent music.